Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm the Underdog Lord to Underdog Views and I watched the movie Cube 2, Hypercube. Yeah, I was very excited to watch this movie because the first one was definitely a lot of fun. And I was so curious, okay, what are they gonna do with the second one? Are they gonna go backwards to the first cube? Are they gonna have a new cube? What are they gonna do? And well, we found out. There were some things different, and some things were the same. No, no, one thing was the same. No, not also that, not really. Something was partially the same. Yeah, let's say that. But let's just start with the movie, shall we? We hear some electric buzzing. And we're looking down on something, and the camera moves forward, and we see two beds with people on it, wrapped in plastic. The camera, keeps moving, and we see another pair, and another pair, and just one person instead of two. But there are two beds. We have now a very close-up shot of an eye, with a woman gasping. We get a couple of zoom-in shots. And not on not on the eye, but some different shots, where we have shot and we zoom in from that shot on, And we got a couple of that. We go back to the eye, back to the zoomings, back to the eye, back to zoomings, back to the eye, and then maybe with the third time, when we go back, we have a kind of a POV. But we're going back to the eye. And I'm also gonna leave that because if you want to know what's happening next, watch the movie yourself. Well, some things that were the same is we're again in a cube, and there are doors, but these doors don't have wrenches, or whatever you call those, just like in the last movie. No, these had a touchpad. You touch the door, the middle of the door, and it opens. Okay, but the rooms didn't have traps, and the colors were all the same, white. They all were shining white. We had more people, maybe around the same amount. But in the first one, some died before another one came. But like I said, these rooms didn't have traps. Only the gravity from some rooms were different, or we had a room where you were sped up, or in slow motion. It it was very weird. Um, well, I thought at first, oh, it's very unfortunate, that there's a blind girl in this cube, because, yeah, she's blind, she can't see shit, and then you have to climb and choose a door and shit, very unfortunate. But later I thought from, yeah, no, that's not really unfortunate, she chose to be there because she was one of the people that uh, gave it the agree, she designed it, something like that. Hmm. But all the participants, in this room, have something to do with this cube or with the organization, Izon, I think, that made this cube. Because there was definitely one person that didn't have something to do with this cube, but with the company, because he was a private detective and he was looking for a girl that was missing, because the parents was hired him, and she worked for ISON. So, that's how he was connected. Another guy, Jerry, designed the doors, the dodgy doors. Another guy uh, designed the rooms, as in the slow motion rooms and the speed up rooms and probably the gravities too. But he said that he invented that for a game, just developed that for a game, for a game. Hmm. It was definitely a very interesting movie. And even though there were no traps, there were definitely deaths in this movie. Um, I think I like the first one just slightly more, but that doesn't affect the score because this movie is just a very good movie. I just enjoyed it. The CGI, yeah, at some parts of the movie were not that great. Yes, I have to say that with honesty. It was not that great. And in the first movie, uh, it was definitely better. But in this one, it was not that great, but it was probably more difficult kind of CGI or something like that. I don't know, whatever. Um, but overall, it also deserves a high 4 low 5. It's a very good movie. I enjoyed it a lot, and I can't wait for tomorrow for Cube 3. Ooh, I was so excited for that one. Um, which other movies you can get? Oh, you're also gonna get Jacob's Ladder. Hmm. Wait. It's Tuesday. Uh, yeah, Jacob's Ladder. Um, later today, well, a bit later, you get Velma and Louise. Which I know the reference from holding hands, going down a cliff. And to be honest, I always thought that they were a lesbian couple. Apparently not. Huh. Interesting. Um, I don't know why I thought that, but for some reason they gave the vibe. But go watch my review for that one later after you check out more on this channel. But I also have a second channel on the Eats where we do food drinks every week from 10 tomatoes and alcohol. Or a third channel, Underdog Reacts, where I do primarily music, link down below in the description. Leave likes, recommend a good movie with no the figure, like square, circle, or whatever. Subscribe to the channel, check out my second or third channel, and I'll see you guys later for Velma and Louise. Otherwise, I'll see you guys tomorrow for Cube 3 and Jacob's Lair, and probably also a third movie, but I don't know which one. Bye.